push the ones that's he had on it with 30 from lights. That's more than fire hydrants. That's the building there. Oh, that fire department's good. Oh, this is large.
All right, we will go ahead and call to order the Wednesday, March 4th. Regular solemn council. Start the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll go ahead with roll call. Farragut. Here. Gordon.
Good.
Kramer.
Here.
Mackey.
Here.
Morris.
Here.
Next, I take this to our civility pledge. We pledge to promote civility by listening, being respectful of others, and acknowledging that we are all striving to support and improve the community. Looking to perfect and approve the agenda. Any changes to the agenda?
I'll move to perfect and approve the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Farragut, second by Morris. Farragut.
Yes.
Gordon. Kramer.
Yes.
Mackey.
Yes.
Morris.
Yes.
All right, that takes us to citizen speak. This is time for anybody that would like to speak this evening on it. Tony, we'll start with you.
Didn't sign in.
That's all.
Well, thank you to the Solon Public Library and to the Adult Programs Director, Michael Clark, for the water program on the 16th of February. Also to the Economist reporter who wrote the front page article that came up last week. A complicated issue, and they did an excellent job. People came from Guttenberg, Cedar Rapids, Iowa City, Johnson County. Also, the head of the Johnson County Supervisors was there the entire meeting. He sat in a row like all the rest of us, and he took notes with a notebook. There were also several candidates for county office in November, including the ex-mayor of Coralville, who said after the program that it helped her. She's running, I think, I'm not sure of the office. That the program was helpful and informative, and that water is a big issue in Johnson County for the first time. I'm dismayed to say there was no one from the county or city council or from the city. And it was said, a woman in front of me said, it's embarrassing. And speaking honestly, I was disappointed. I think it was an important meeting. I think we have to talk together, learn from each other, share ideas, and move forward. There wasn't even anyone to welcome the speaker and the people that came. Water is now an enormous issue, and we've got to start talking about it. And I want to make a quick correction. We're often misrepresented, those of us opposed to the Five Point, Yellow Acres, as being concerned about how much water we have. That's not the issue. Never was, going on 9 years. The issue is that we object to our water infrastructure and our tax dollars being used to subsidize and cover up the county and the DNR's failure to properly regulate development in northern Johnson County. And in the process of that, we've given water permits, rubber stamp them, and housing permits, and without proper accommodation for the water arsenic problems. And we don't want to have to be solving it with our tax dollars. We want, if you're going to use our water, we ask that you pay tax dollars and you help us pay for our school. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Charles. Is there anybody else that'd like to speak first? Nothing.
I handed out some information there and then I emailed quite a few PDFs. But I simply just want to cut to the chase in that I'd like to work together on resolving this certificate occupancy situation. It's gone on for 3 years now, and we've got some milestones coming up that are going to be detrimental probably to both parties if we go to trial May 5th. I put this together. I'm not an attorney, but I try to keep it simple. We drop our lawsuit, you drop yours, we get a CO, and we hold hands going forward. Not to none.
Is there anybody else this evening that'd like to speak during this week? All right, that takes us to item 7, consent agenda. So this will be approval of the minutes from the February 18th regular meeting. Approval of list of bills, treasurer's reports and transfers, and building permits, which Susie sent out to us.
I'll move to approve the consent agenda.
Second. All right, motion by Barlinger, second to Gordon. Barlinger,
Yes.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Kramer,
Yeah.
Mackey,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes.
Takes us to the fire department report. Greg, you want to do?
Other than busy, pretty good shape. Always looking for a few volunteers, if you know of anybody.
Don't start fires on Wednesday one.
Yeah, that's great advice by Tim Gordon, which makes a lot of sense.
Certain age limit.
Hopefully, no, hopefully it's gonna rain and that'll help. And things have slowed down here this week. Anyway,
Well, appreciate all that you do in the crew together. Greg.
thank you.
All right, sheriff's office report, there in this evening. Public works superintendent reports on Chris or Dave wants to start.
Here we go. All right, new city hall update. Drywall painting is almost complete, proceeding with the floor through the week. And all the front doors are replaced, waiting on one. Door for the basement. That should be done. Keep moving forward. The turf groomer. Should be here hopefully in April. They agreed to let us have it early, so that's always nice. Rec department's pretty excited. Looking forward to utilizing the machine. We have one single axle plow truck that is at Henderson right now, getting a new wind blade mounted. We've been waiting since like April or May. So obviously winter's gonna be over now. So we're getting it fixed and, first meeting with Iowa Fleet Management. Happened, we're, gonna start working on training and implementation for the rest of the month, so excited to get that started. Lots of training for public works this month. Matt and Brady will be doing 30-hour water treatment class. Nate will be doing a certified pool operator and taking his wastewater too. And then we'll both be attending the APWA spring conference at the end of the month. Ryan is working on applicator's license. So that's like 3 or 4, I believe, different ones. So, and then I'll also be taking my wastewater too this month as well. So we're pretty busy right now and went through our projects and goals for 2026, kind of updated them. And are eager to get started as soon as the weather permits.
Oh, water and wastewater, hopefully the water main break issue is over. We had one in January, one in February. Now that the weather's warming up, I think hopefully we're over that. We had a chlorine pump go down in well 2, which shut that well down for 3 days, but the staff really came together and got that up and running. Just in time because the router update was started on Thursday morning, right after the well got turned back on. And the routers were down for 5 days, so. We manually turned the wells on and off throughout the nights to keep everyone with water. That's resolved for the most part. We had an oxidation ditch go down at the sewer plants. That was pretty well fixed in about 4 hours, so thanks to everyone that helped with that. So March, Monday, we're gonna start the First Street project, so water main on that. We sent some letters out, answered some questions today, and that's expected to last about 4 days. If everything goes well. That, business as usual.
Just appreciate everything that you guys are taking on, just Chris, the number of training opportunities or that everybody's taken on and just the more qualifications and certifications that you have, the more things we can do in-house and then we're contracting less out. There's a little bit more budget to pick up the other piece of equipment to continue to do more. So really appreciate just the initiative that all you guys are doing, all the hard work moving forward. So thank you. Item 11, library report. Liz.
Yes, it is March Mammal Madness time, so if you don't want to predict basketball teams, you can predict which animals and possibly some plants will win it all. We've got brackets available at the library. They do need to be turned in by Saturday in order to compete and be your score being kept. So this is a great thing that the Arizona State University does each year. They come up with new categories each year and then new reasons why those animals or plants or something living will win and why they wouldn't. So highly recommend. We have great books for reference. It's a great family activity. You get to learn about all these new animals. And so highly recommend you come and get those and get them turned in by Saturday. Also on Saturday will be the Friends of the Library annual used book sale from 8 a.m. till noon. It's a free will donation for whatever books you'd like to come and get and add to your collection or give as gifts. We also have our Solon Public Library Foundation art auction is going on. So that started on Monday and it will go until Saturday, the 21st at 2 p.m. when the bidding ends. So we are so grateful for all of the community support and their donations of the beautiful art items. Please come and see. They're all hanging up in the meeting room. And then there's also a couple items in the small glass case in the main library. In our large glass case in the library, we have the Dr. Lulu Merle Johnson display about the new county eponym, which I hope I'm saying that word correctly. So the person for whom Johnson County is now named. And so her incredible accomplishments. And we also have a small mock-up of the statue that will eventually be over 8 feet tall and installed at the Johnson County Administration Building. We have a small example of that. So you can come and see that and learn some more about her accomplishments. Let's see here. We also have Spring Baby Time going on. That's our partnership with the Recreation Department. Every Monday in March at 9:30, Lily goes over and does early literacy games and songs and rhymes and books. And then anybody who attends that gets to go to Tot Time for free. So it's a great partnership and attendance has really gone up since Lily has started hosting it at the rec center. So we're really happy for that. We also have trivia night scheduled for Friday the 13th at 6:30 p.m. So grab some friends and register as a team and come and enjoy general trivia. There's 4 rounds. You also get the option of checking out 5 library resources to help you and your team. So consider that. On Saturday, the 14th, we will have Lego engineering for all ages at 10:30 at the library. And then Fun for All Night will be 6 p.m. at the community center with gym games. And then the 7 p.m. movie will be Minecraft this time. And of course, our free popcorn from Tyson's Affordable. And I think that is everything. Unless anybody has any questions.
Very good.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you, Liz. Yes. Chris, is there anything we can have?
I've nothing.
All right, thank you. We didn't have anything for you.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. You're good. Item 12, city engineer. Dave?
Just the usual items, continue to work on the wastewater plant design, when we're doing the applications for sites and also received a couple of fiber outlets installation applications that we're looking through. We did submit a work request to the MPO for a traffic study for this year, so we should get that on their radar and see some activity on that. Looking at out on 382 access control, site distance for future accesses and things like that associated with the entrance to the wastewater plant. And then also looking at over by the secondary SIS school, there was some discussion about possibly looking at doing something different, a turn lane perhaps, or as you see, there's a hill there, looking at site distance there too. So those are the areas that we're focusing on with this round, but that it gets submitted and hopefully we'll see some participation there.
Thanks, Dave. Item 13, city attorney Kevin. Takes us to our public hearing section. So first one is Rosika stats alley. Do we have a motion to go or to open the public hearing? So
Second,
all right, motion by Moore, second by Farlinger,
yes.
Gordon, Kramer,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
Moore. Yeah. All right, we were in the public hearing for the alley vacation. Kevin or Dave, I don't know. Kick off any background?
I think this was just a property request from the adjoining property owners. This is a Anders subdivision, which was platted in 1855. So we've been doing a lot of these alleys vacations from the Anders addition. So once this is done, then we will split the alley in half, and each property owner adjacent will get their half the alley, and then all the expenses that are done are incurred by the city for publication, recording, and everything like that. It will be paid by the property owners.
Question? Pre-close this and open another one for the next
Yep.
All right, do we have motion to close the public hearing? Motion to close.
Second.
All right, one by Gordon, second by Kramer, Barlinger?
Yes.
Gordon? Kramer?
Yes.
Mackey?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
All right, takes item 15, a public hearing on adoption of the code of ordinances, the city of Solon, Iowa. We have motion to open that public hearing.
So.
All right, motion by Morris, second by Gordon, Barlinger?
Yes.
Gordon? Kramer?
Yes.
Mackey?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
All right, we're now in the public hearing for the code of ordinance.
This is the recodification of the ordinance. Iowa law requires you to either do supplements annually or recodify every so often. So we are recodifying. So what'll happen once we've read this 3 times, the new book will be generated, and then the website will, Solon, there'll be a website that has the current ordinances on it. And then every quarter, I believe, any ordinances we pass, they will update the website as we go. So it'll be, right now we have PDFs on, and you know, keeping up with the newest ones is a little tricky. So this will be a better way to do it. And so this has been going on for like a year to get all these things ready, including Jim Martinick finished some of this stuff a while back. So
Any questions? Any comment, any questions? All right, do we have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion. I'll second.
By Mackey, second by Morris, or second by Barlinger? Barlinger?
yes.
Gordon? Kramer?
Yes.
Mackey?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
All right, takes us down to new business, item 16, the plat of survey request. Greg Day. Hey,
Now, this is an unusual one. This plat is already recorded, but wanted to just go through the process of approving it at the city level. There are 2 old town lots that they'd like to combine so that they can do an addition. In order to avoid the setback, we just need to solve that interior lot line. So again, the plat survey's been approved, but then we just wanted to step this through council before we have building permit approved to make sure that we make the right steps.
It's not for an addition, it's for a garage.
Yep.
I heard addition.
Yeah, it's to add a building on there. Sure.
Standalone garage.
oh, it's or. Concerned about that?
No.
Do we have a motion for the plat of survey request?
Motion.
So moved.
Second.
All right, motion by Moore, second by Barlinger. Barlinger?
Yes.
Gordon?
Yeah.
Kramer?
Yes.
Matthew?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that
Yep. Good.
3-1. I like that. How fun we
Good luck. Takes us to item 17, resolution 2609, the Solon Schools indoor turf facility site plan. Dave?
And so out by the middle school, they're looking to add an indoor turf facility, a pretty large facility. They have planning and zoning, a good presentation. We talked about this as far as who will be available for us, what the intended to be. Primarily, they're looking at this not for events, but just for the students at that high school, and was intended to be able to use for training purposes. We won't have additional parking because the students that are using it are already there at the high school. They have a memo put together to address the parking issues where the students will still be required to park over there at the high school and then walk over to this facility. That way we don't create a parking issue over here. There's a need for additional parking on the site. The building, there was some discussion about the height. The peak is higher than our requirements, but when we do our calculations, it's the average of the wall height to the peak. So it does meet the height requirements. We did have some comments on there about some landscaping, and there are some existing trees on the north side. They have to provide some screening. Some of those may be close to where they're doing the construction. If those get relocated, they'll just, after construction, put those back in. They have shifted the landscaping a little bit from the original plan and put some trees on the north and south sides. On the east side, they're planning to put some limestone blocks, and hopefully in your package you have a copy of the rendering there. Just shows a bit of the landscaping they're trying to do. I did have the fire department look at this, and there are fire hydrants out there that meet the spacing requirements. The building will be sprinkled on the areas, not the large area, but the smaller compartments in here. So they looked at that, felt that was adequate. Aside from that, the architectural element of this was discussed. Our ordinances state that in a residential zone, which this is, there's supposed to be a certain percentage of brick and whatnot. As you can see on the building here, there's a lower level that's about the height of the windows and the doors. That shows a brick facade, and then the rest of it is going to be a sheet metal, which is fairly typical for these types of buildings. So there was some discussion there. Again, it has to be approved as part of our ordinances if it doesn't meet the strict residential requirements. So that is something planning and zoning felt was acceptable for this use in this location, similar to what the middle school building is. So those were the highlights. We also wanted to make sure that the public works had access to the water meter, and they did, if they would provide access to that and fill out spots by the front door. So those were the points we discussed at planning and zoning, and they did recommend approval.
And then, Cammy did say that, in the past with these new buildings that we have collected, well, we have assessed connection fees that would be paid by the time the building permit comes. But as you can see from the last two agreements, the school district did other things instead of paying the connection fees. They did other infrastructure improvements. So Cammy says, you know, we can get something done before the building permit or during the time before the thing is finalized.
Kevin, I read a little bit, but what is the purpose of the 2080 agreement with the previous project?
I was not involved in those.
I just didn't understand why. I read, like, maybe you don't need.
Yeah, there were some things that were there associated with parking with traffic and whatnot. We didn't know exactly how it was going to impact that area. So a lot of what was in there were agreements that if we did have a traffic study that became necessary and improvements were required, that the city would participate in the traffic study when we thought it was necessary, about half and half. And then if the improvements were required, we double that. At that point, they would have to be put in. So rather than causing them up front when they may not be necessary, there was an agreement between the school and then the city and two government entities with an agreement that's covered under the 2080 section of the code, which is why it's labeled as the 2080 agreement. So just documenting the agreements that we had in place to cover potential issues that might come up.
Okay, I think like if it were residential, commercial, something like that, usually we have the developer's agreement.
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate just the comments and to the team for responding with that. We can see, read through your answers and everything with that before. Any questions, comments?
Well, just one question, maybe Tim or somebody can answer this. So is the whole building, this is around curiosity, is the whole building like for the big open space, is that all turf or is there any gym space in there with it?
It's primarily turf, so there's the field house and then there's an attached support
Okay.
space. And the field house is where it's mostly turf, there's a little bit of a perimeter around it. And a couple running lanes on one end of the building.
Okay.
And then that attached portion is where there's storage, call simulators, restrooms, offices, trainer, and so on, mechanical.
Okay, thank you.
So I can see the finished one. That would be awesome.
They said for community use, how's that?
They have they'll have scheduling similar to what they do with Lakeview Elementary for the batting cages that they drop down. Priority will go to the high school coaches and programs. And then once that's open up, they will have slots available that they'll work with the youth programs. To get in local youth programs.
Right.
Yep. There's five independently operated drop down batting cages and one large cage that comes down over the entire turf. So it should provide additional flexibility if we can get more than one team in terms of youth programs. We may only need one or two.
Other questions? Comments? We have a motion for resolution 2609.
Motion?
Second. Motion by Mackey, second by Morris, Farlinger,
Yes.
Gordon,
Yeah.
Kramer,
Yeah.
Mackey.
Yep.
Morris. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
takes us to item 18, resolution 2610, setting the date for the public hearing on the urban renewal plan amendment. This was, pushback, or this resolution will push it back from March 18th back to, April 1st on that. Is there anything else?
I think that's,
I think,
nothing has changed other than we're resetting the date. Right?
any questions, comments, or concerns?
I'll move to approve resolution 2610.
All right, motion by Farlinger, second by Gordon. Farlinger,
Yes.
Gordon, Kramer,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
Morris.
Yes.
Takes us to item 19, ordinance 494. This is the alley, vacation that we talked through earlier. Any additional information on this, or this would be the?
This will be the first reading. We did 3 readings and then the ordinance after the last reading, we'll have quick claim deeds for each half of the alley to the journey property owners.
I'll move to approve ordinance 494.
Second.
Motion by Farlinger, second by Mackey. Farlinger.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Kramer.
Yeah.
Mackey.
Yes.
Morris.
Yes.
Takes us to item 20, ordinance number 495, the code of ordinances of the city of Solon, Iowa. So this will be the first of the 3 readings that will be discussed during the public hearing. Any questions or comments on this?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, motion by Gordon, second by Kramer. Farley.
Yes.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Kramer.
Yeah.
Mackey.
Yes.
Morris.
Yes.
All right, that takes us down to other business, so the council committees. The finance committee will be meeting coming up around the wastewater treatment plant. There's some other updates. From a personnel standpoint, had a meeting this past Monday, have another one coming up on Monday as well, and going through the hiring process for Liz's backfill with that. And so we have Greg and Matt on that. So we'll be busy with that, I know, this week. So day number three guys. Talking the downtown expansion, RFP for the building needs and growth, so we'll continue to work under that. The city and school, committee is working under the 28E draft. I think we're real close after our latest meeting with the school.
Should be.
We're sitting in a good spot. And then anything from the French area agreement?
No, but just formally the response to their response, so.
All right, thanks for doing all the legwork off that. Takes us to item 22, city clerk report, Susan.
Tammy, Amy, and I started training, doing our classes for the new software. Okay. I might retire early.
You got it. All right, let's go over item 23 with Tammy in Des Moines, representing Solon at the League of Cities. Item 24, council comments.
I would just like to say, Liz, I hope we find somebody that is as fun and involved as you are.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Your reports, I love them. It's just, it's a
Thank
little sunshine in the room.
you. I tried.
We be here on the 18th.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I will save my comments for the 18th. Sorry on that. No,
I'm good.
all right. Item 25, mayor comments. I don't have any tonight other than the ones that sprinkled in throughout the meeting. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, motion by Morris, second by Gordon. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I thought about it. Sit on the last one.